Good evening. Welcome to MightyOxTrading. Monday night Asia session. Trading the futures market. Let's see what we can find to trade tonight. As they come in, I've already taken two trades shortly after the open. Almost kind of a wash. I won one, I lost one. I'm down $9. That's how I start the evening. Markets look a little bit slow. We'll see if that picks up at the top of the hour when some of the Asian markets start kind of popping up. NASDAQ today was kind of a slow, grindy day. You can see here, well, I'm not sure why I'm showing a 1-minute chart. Let's go to a 5-minute chart. I'm not sure why my charts are loading slowly. Not sure if TradingView is having a problem. You can see kind of like sideways action, some up moves, some down moves. Here is the open. That's where it reached its high of the day at 14,806. And then it kind of fell off and hit its low of the day right before the close. It ended up with about a 300-point range, which is a little bit smaller than what we've been seeing lately. You can see the range fit in the last couple of days. It's kind of sideways so far. Of course, the ES did pretty much the same move. Right now we're getting a signal here on the ES. Don't like the way these are slow. Let's try to head up now. We see the NQs trying to head up. But so far, we want to see it break out of this range before we really get excited about anything. Copper's also sending us a signal trying to head up. It's been coming down the last half hour or so. Gold today was the big runner. You look at gold today, and it had an amazingly long, almost all-day uptrend. Back to NQ. So here's NQ trying to pop up. Before we look at the golds day, let's look at NQ. I have an indicator on here, or tool, that does kind of draw out some support and resistance, but it's actually above that most recent high. That's actually a pretty strong move. Kind of missed it now though. I was looking for support and resistance, and it blew through the support and resistance as I was talking about it. It's kind of bouncing off the 200 EMA now. You can see now the next major point of resistance right here. 14,615. It's about 6 points away. We'll see if it bounces there off the EMA and comes back down. It is up into the Bollinger Bands. It's above the Bollinger Band on the RSI as well, which would indicate we should see somewhat of a reversal. Back to gold. We can see here gold started off yesterday, this trading session, up, pulled back, and then kind of just grinded up almost the entire day. It pulled back, here a little bit after the open, but mostly up most of the day. Ended up with a pretty big range, too. About 17 points from the bottom to the top. Oh, and an excellent day just to buy and hold until the close on gold. And Q, yep, there was that pullback I said I expected. Should have played it. Why did I think there was going to be a pullback there? Well, let's look. First of all, we hit the Bollinger. We went well through the Bollinger Band, the third Bollinger Band on that candle. And you can see here, if you can want to zoom in on this. Zoom in on this. What? I can't make the RSI bigger? Okay. Maybe if I do that. And then that, yeah, there we go. You can see here in the RSI's Bollinger Band, it got above there as well. So that's what I consider a pretty good setup. Usually I'm looking for those setups on a 5-minute chart though, so I don't have to quickly figure them out. And that predicted that reversal. It's getting back in line now. What the heck just happened? Ah, okay. Let's try and get this back into. There we go. But you see, we have this time. I mean, this is NQ, and it's running 2 and 4 point candles. That's very small for NQ. So if we had taken that long signal there, we could have got 5 points off of it before that reversal. That could still start heading up, bounce off the support here, bounce off the SMA. We'll see. The big loser on the day, I believe, was crude oil. Yeah, not too bad. I mean, it came up big time. Crude's at 7-year highs right now. I mean, didn't get quite as high as the day before, or Friday, I guess that was. But we haven't been this high since 2014, in the last 3 days. Started selling off at the open. I should have grabbed that short, but I didn't. And heating oil is really, not heating oil, I'm sorry, natural gas is really being kind of bipolar. You see another big sell-off. You see it just, it went up huge and then came back down huge over the last couple of weeks. It's just, hit this high here almost at 6, and now it's flirting to going under, or getting close to under 4. Keep moving these down. Do want to thank everyone for joining me this evening. I believe I have a lot of new faces here. Thanks to CFT, who has given me a shout out in not one but 2 videos over the last week. And I do thank him a lot for that. Please feel free to say hello in the chat. If you have a question or a comment or anything, always feel free to say what you have on your mind. I prefer having people chatting than me just kind of droning on trying to say, oh, well, that candle's up this much. You can always say support and resistance and EMA so many times before I drive myself crazy. The UltraBond, not a lot of volume. You see a lot of dashes, so the UltraBond's not real alive tonight. Hello, Simeon. How are you this evening? Or whatever time it is for you. Hello, cold-hearted dame. How are you this evening? About 4 minutes until the top of the hour. Hopefully we'll start seeing some more volume come in then. I'm doing good, thank you. Let's see, gold sending as a short signal. It's right at the SMA, probably bounce here. Short signal went kind of not a lot of range so far. Usually things get goofy with the metals right at the 8 Eastern hour. So Dame, I definitely recognize you as a new face. Do you have assets that you like to trade? Do you have a favorite one or two? And are you a uh, funded trader, evaluation trader, or brokerage trader? Is copper so far tonight? This short signal would have been good. Oops. I hate it when I do that. Got our profit target there. I should have entered that there. See how that continues to go. And folks that are here from YouTube, if you like what you see, I would really appreciate a thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm. All's quiet for now. Let's see what happens here at the top of the hour. Bitcoin still hanging around 44,000. Watching SHIB because I have a lot of, well, I shouldn't say a lot of SHIB. I mean, I have $17 worth now, but it'll look like a lot if it ever gets higher. Whoa. Okay, so a lot of agriculture there. Ooh, big move up there on copper. Up 8 ticks, 11 ticks. Gold popped up a little bit there. Pulling back here on copper. And Q sending us a short signal, so, oops. And ES and the Russell as well. So let's look at that quick. Previous low of this current move was here at 593. We're at 594 right now. Trying to decide if I want to get in on this. I'm going to wait. I think this is going to bounce first before coming down. Silver sending me a signal. Looks like I was wrong. Nope, there's the bounce I expected. That bounced up. Hey, Linux, how you doing? Silver real tight. Not messing with it. Now we want to see whether or not on the short signal here that came down real harsh, about 10 points down, bounced. We'll see if it comes back down now. If it comes back down, gets past the low of that candle, we'll get in on a short. New account is just about break even after 4 days of trading. Going to be starting the Trader Career Path account a week from today. And I'll only be trading that live on stream. I won't take any trades on that unless I'm live streaming. So here you see NQ coming back down. Watch it. Kind of watch and wait. Gold looks like it wants to come down too. Now I'm just kind of curious about NQ. Let's check the NQ on the 5-minute chart. I don't know why my charts are loading so slowly. I have to reboot after stream and see if that's what's causing it. Yeah, it looks like it could be coming back down on the 5-minute as well. So NQ, we see here it's trying. There's the. Yeah, looks like we're gonna have my Ninja Trader chart up. MNQ. These aren't real big candles, so we're gonna go for 10 points. Actually, let's go for 15, but we'll cut it at 10 maybe. If okay, it just reversed again. What do I want here? Yeah, we'll stick with what I had again. No, 15, 10. Is that 3? That's 2. I'll keep an eye. Okay. So we bounced again before getting below that low, so we'll wait. Did you do any trading today, Linux? Anybody do any trading today? And if so, how did you do? ES is doing the same little sideways moves here. And Q trying to creep down once more. copper try to come down as well. We're watching to see whether NQ can break this support here or not. It's touched it twice now at 591.50. We want to see a candle close below that level. You like the Aussie dollar? Or whatever they call that? Aussie dollar, is that right? I finished down on the day about 30 bucks. So it was like 60, 68 after commissions. I won 4 trades, lost 4 trades, but 2 of the trades I would have won with a wider stop. Means looking for 15 points profit target and with a 10-point stop loss. Which for tonight might actually be too much. I have a 10-7 in there too. I could use a 10-7 because these candles really are not big for NQ right now. I mean, even this big red candle down was only 9 points. So I probably should switch to a smaller profit target. So let me go to 10-7. You're welcome. I don't know. For some reason, Forex never really called to me. I'm not sure why. I know it's more popular than futures, but you see this grindy consolidation here on NASDAQ. We do definitely have a downward trending SMA line now. Bands have widened somewhat. No idea what that support or resistance line's there for, so we'll get rid of it. I do watch the currencies. I'm looking for my one specific pullback strategy with just about every asset. Nailed the pullback strategy on silver, but I didn't hold it long enough. I mean, I held it. I got 3 ticks, which is $75 on silver, but I could have got $350 out of it, and I just didn't hold it long enough. Back down to that same support area. See if we can break through. We want to get below 591. Hello, Yusuf. I watch it. I've traded it in Sim. I've never traded it on an account that matters yet, but I do watch it. Oh, well, there it just went. Ah. But broke resistance, popped down 2 points below on that candle. I should have rested an order at like 1590. Gonna watch. I don't know if it wants to continue down. Okay, it's just going without me now. Okay, so that was a wasted 10 minutes. Good. Because now I expect it to. I don't know why my charts are loading so slowly. I'm expecting it to bounce here now. Yeah, I do chart out natural gas. I have it here in the corner. It gets some good moves. It's just I can't find a strategy I like on it because I don't like to lose more than $100 a trade. And 10 ticks on natural gas seems to be too small. So that's why I'm hesitant to too small of a stop loss. So that's why I'm hesitant to trade it so far in an account that matters. Ooh, so that actually reversed. I burst down and then reversed. So if I had gotten in there, it might have bit me. Here's the good reversal play I did on silver earlier. It's turn back time. This is what I look for. It was actually last night that I did it. And you see how we have these spots where you broke the third band or the fourth band here. And you also broke the Bollinger on the RSI and above the 80 line. That's a 100% setup. I did not get that, unfortunately. That would have been awesome to hit. But it did it again over here. And I jumped in on this candle, and it kind of stalled like after 3 or 4 ticks, and I got out thinking it was gonna just stall there, and then ended up going down like enough that it would have been 350 to $400 in profit. But yeah, that's what I'm looking for an A plus or an A minus reversal setup is when it goes above the bull. Right there where it went above that Bollinger Band and went above the Bollinger Band here. It's a plus if it's above the 80 line or the 70 line on the RSI as well. But that almost always reverses. You can see here. It's another example. Check that out here in a minute. And that would have been a great reversal play, but I was sleeping. Those are what I'm looking for. You just got to be careful if it's trending, not to try and reverse as it's trending. Here's another example. Now it didn't break the band, so it only broke the band down here. So small reversal. Could have played. It's not an A plus setup unless for me, unless it breaks both bands top and bottom. So now let's see what NQ is telling us. NQ did bounce, so it was right about the bounce. Burst down. So if I had been looking for 10 ticks, I'm sorry, 10 points there, I would have got it. If I was looking for more, it would have reversed on me and probably stopped me out. See if it bounces off the SMA. It's downtrending. Yusef, do you trade natural gas? Tell you, I mean, some of these downtrends or some of these trends on natural gas have been nice to catch. Like on this short signal here, if I had entered off of that short right there, you see, I would have needed a 30-point stop loss though. That's $300 in order to stay in that trade, or at least 20. Yeah, that would have needed. But I mean, look at how well that trended. That would have been $2,800. So wrong chart. Silver's coming down nicely. I don't follow silver on a 1 minute chart because the volume's too light. It's been a nice little move, but you see it sent a short signal here, then reversed. And silver's tick value is just too high for me to take too much of a reversal. till I have some more money in the account to buffer it. Copper's kind of sideways now. They're waiting for some good entries here. Again, it's a slower session. Asia, the evenings have been much slower lately. Last week it was because of the Lunar New Year. A lot of the Asia markets are closed, but I believe they're back to being open now. But volume still seems down. Liquidity seems down. But we can still find something. I guarantee it. We just gotta wait for it. Be patient. Remember, a lot of trading is just waiting. Don't force setups. Don't take a bad trade because you're bored. Don't take a bad trade because you're streaming to an audience and they want to see action and you're just blabbering about whatever you can think of because there's nothing going on. Now remember, folks, in 1 week, I will be trading Earn to Trade's newest product, the Trader Career Path. I'll be starting on the 14th. We'll only trade it when I'm live streaming, so you know, no trades at all, no matter how good a setup I might see if I'm not live. And I'll try only be trading MNQ and MES at the start till I can build a buffer, because that $550 daily loss limit is a little daunting. I'll continue to trade other assets in the current account that I'm trading. Love for y'all to join me. Grab yourself a Trader Career Path and trade it with me here on stream. Talk about our trades as we're trading and strategies and work together to become funded. Linux, thank you. I didn't even realize that they came online on the half hour. I appreciate that. I've been always meaning to look it up to see um, what markets come online when, but I never did. Oops. Yeah, I don't know. I've been trying to figure out whether I want to kill Nightbot or not. You know, I don't. When I first started streaming, I was getting a lot of spammers. Now, I barely ever see them. So I think sometimes Nightbot's being you know, too restrictive. I see it actually. I see it there. It gave me a warning, but it came through. Thank you. Hmm. I'm seeing it on the restream chat. Let me actually look on the YouTube chat. See what I'm seeing. Um. Hmm. I see it on YouTube, but let me see what Twitch looks like. Kind of weird. Oh, I guess I should be watching these signals too. So we have the NQ kind of curled up and actually broke through the downtrending SMA line. Totally 100% expecting it to bounce off these downtrending bands. Let's see if it proves me wrong, as it's trying to send a buy signal here. But I think we're going to see the next candle is going to be red. This candle might even turn red. Wow. So why did it delete all your messages? Huh. Yeah, I think I'm going to disable that on Nightbot and see if we survive without it. I can control spammers pretty well otherwise. Yeah, and the link came through. I see the link. I see the link, then I see the warning, then I see you type out the link, without actually being a link. So it's weird. Okay. And by the way, yep. So we saw this bounce here. Again, these are very small candles for NQ. You can't even call that a bounce. It's 2.5 points. I mean, granted, it's $50. If I had played it quick, I could have grabbed $50, and I'd never say no to $50. Well, I shouldn't say I'll never say no to $50. There's certain things if I was offered $50 for, I would say no to. So let's look at copper. We're keeping an eye on NQ here. So it came up, bounced off this, back down the SMA. You see the SMA is continuing a slight downward trend. So will this now continue down, back down to this resistance where it got down before? Or are we going to go into consolidation? So we'll keep an eye on that. Copper. Gave us another short signal there. And I think it would have... Normally I'm looking for 16 ticks profit target with an 8 tick stop loss. The 8 tick would have not stopped me yet, actually. So this would have been a good signal. Oops. Keep moving it. That would have been a good signal to take so far. Let's see if it continues down. For those of you that are new, I like to, on trading view here, map out all the trades that even if I don't take them, I map them out to see if they would have worked. To try and give myself confidence, because I don't trade with confidence. That's the one reason I'm not funded yet. I have months and months of data to say my strategy works, and I still hesitate. So see, this is what I do. I take it, and if I would have entered in there, that would have got me to a profit target of 20 ticks with a 10 tick stop loss. Then I would have entered this one, or should have entered that one. This one, yeah, I probably would have, and that would have stopped me out. Actually, this didn't reach profit target, and that stopped me out. So how about that? Came within 2 ticks. So honestly, I would have moved my stop to break even. So, or I would have got in on one of these buy signals and got out of the trade there. But I just counted as a loss when I tally up everything, and that one would have worked. Anyway, I do thank you for that link, Trek Linux, and I'm going to bookmark that. Actually, that didn't work. Worry about it later. Okay, bunch of signals all of a sudden. Ooh, big move down here. Just broke through that resistance again, or support again. But it was a surprise move. So what should I have done here? Excuse me. Apologize for the sudden frog in my throat. Okay, no problem. Linux. No need to apologize. I'll fix that here in a minute. Once this bounced here, I even said, I called it out. I said it's going to bounce here. I should have got in on this. Once that confirmed it with the red candle, I should have got in on this candle or this candle. Got in here, we could have wrote it down 15, 20 points. I rely a little bit too much on these long and short signals or buy and sell signals, and I don't listen to myself on these reversal signals that I don't actually get signals for. Hello, Stephen Lee. How are you doing? I took two trades before I came on stream. Kind of a wash, one win, one loss. I'm down $9. Another interesting thing I've started to pick up on. You see how this came down? Small candle, small candle, small candle, medium candle, then huge candle. A lot of times when things trend down, they often end with a huge candle. That's where the buyers come in, and then you can get a couple of reversal candles. It's a trend I noticed. Here we had two big candles, and then it reversed. But trying to see, like even here, slow trend up, big green candle, kind of reversed. I missed what that last signal was. Russell. How's your trading? Excuse me. How's your trading been going, Steven? See, gold tonight's been choppy. Had a nice move up at the start. Could have taken that buy signal right at the open. Always hesitant to take those right at the open. Look for 1 point with a half a point stop. I got that. Could have got more out of it maybe. Let's see. How far did it go? Like 13 ticks. But yeah, we'll look for 1 point on it. And that nice big move down. Look for 1 point. I'm not sure. I don't think we would have got a point off though. Let's see. Yeah, we got a point right there. Excellent job, Warren. I agree. I wasn't paying attention, unfortunately, at that point because, I still gotta, fortunately, I still gotta pay the bills, so I was, working, though I wasn't totally paying attention anymore at that point. And, so I missed that nice move. Started about here, looks like. Came down, what, about a good 100 points? More than that. About 160 points. Been a great move to catch. Yeah, it really was. I mean, I was trying to trade in the morning, or early morning. I was just, one step forward, one step back. Even the open was kind of muted this morning, and I watched a guy that does a quick morning update. He's always saying that we're probably gonna see a slow week this week, except for Thursday. Scalping can be fun. I mean, there's some people that say what I do is scalping because I mean I'm looking for quick moves, but in the same token, some of my trades can last 20 minutes, 30 minutes, or longer. I mean, obviously, I like them just to go to where I want them to go and be done with it, but I'm happy if a trade goes 10 seconds or 10 minutes or whatever. Steve, it's a slow week because there's not a lot of news coming out. Um, there's no non-farm payrolls or FMLC or anything like that. The big thing, the only real big news this week is Thursday when the CPI report comes out. That's inflation. If inflation's still running hot with the good jobs numbers last week, it's going to probably indicate that the Fed's going to reduce interest rates. I mean, sorry, increase interest rates probably by 0.5% in the March meeting, and that'll probably scare the market some, and we'll probably see a downturn. But other than that, there's no real big news. There's nothing a lot happening. All the earnings reports, big earnings reports hit, the last couple weeks. There's just no real big catalysts right now, unless something blows up with the whole Ukraine thing. And that said, what's interesting is, we talk about it being slow and whatnot, but we still saw 300 points of movement today in the NQ. If you look at NQ, let's look, not a lot going on right now, so let's look at a daily chart on NQ. See if I have a lot of mess on here. Nope. Okay. We're talking about uh, we've gotten used to these big days on NQ, 600 points and all this. If you go back, not too far back, look at this run here where the days were like 50 points, 70 points. Every now and then you might have one that was big, but it was, you know, compared to now, these were normal days were around 50-point movement. And now we're talking about 300 points of movement being a slow day. I mean, granted, it was 125 down for the day, but I mean, like I said, if you look at it though, we had up, from here to here was a over 100 points, and back down like 75, back up 100, and then from this move to this move is over 300 points with a like 150 point pullback. So there's a lot of money still to be made in these so-called slow days. Yeah, I mean, there was a older trader on the Earn to Trade Discord a few months ago. He left now for whatever reason, but he used to actually trade on a trade desk in a prop firm back in the late 90s, early 2000s, whatnot. And there were some days he said that the ES moved 2 points the entire day. And those days they would actually wonder if it was worth trading. So, we're kind of spoiled now with all this movement. We think it's slow if things move 20 points. I mean, I'm here to talk about these, small candles, but I mean, and obviously these candles are small for what we've seen in NQ in the last, 6 months or a year. But right now it is kind of boring. So at least I have something to talk about. Remember, folks, you too can get in on the chat if you want. Feel free. I like to interact. I might tune you out a little bit if I get into a trade, but then I catch up. We see NASDAQ trying to send us a long signal here, but coming up to the downtrending SMA line, we have downtrending Bollinger Bands again, so we'll see. Every now and then, usually this is where it'll bounce down or kind of go sideways before moving up. But every now and then you'll see one go straight up here through Crude. Crude trying to do the same thing there. You see it's kind of coming up to its SMA line. ES is doing, everything's doing it. Russell. Copper as well. Copper's going to reverse here. See if I call this right. Let's look at copper coming up right into that band. Let's try to straighten that band out. But it's above the Bollinger on the RSI. Expect the next candle will be a red candle. Maybe not a lot. I mean, that's only a 2 or 3 tick candle. But I bet, no, maybe it's already reversing on that candle, so that might be the red candle. Or reversal candle. So watch that. So I did get through that SMA, but now we're on a red candle here on the NASDAQ. Warren, I don't as of now yet, but it is the goal to possibly start integrating the ATR for at least stop losses. The only problem is that at times the ATR gives me an absolutely wild stop loss of say 50 points on NASDAQ, and I'm not going to take $1,000 loss. Or if I'm trading a micro, 3 micros, a $300 loss or whatever. That was a nice strong candle. Next candle should reverse. I was wrong about that reversing on the copper though, so hey, copper looks like it wants to continue heading up. But yeah, I want to start using more, instead of having a set stop loss, I want to start using more of an ATR or moving averages for a stop loss, because I find out like half of my losses I end up getting stopped out, and then it goes. And I'm trying to prevent that. There's the reversal on NQ. If it continues down, what we're looking for here now in the NQ, we're going to look to see if it bounces off the, if it comes down, or if it bounces off the SMA line, comes back up, or if it goes through, it might be that this is just a pullback on this longer downtrend. I called that reversal there on copper, just a candle or two short. Now, if this green candle, if it continues to go green right around here, then we're going to want to get in after this resistance area here where it exhausted on the last attempt up, which is at 14,598. I wish I had known this was going to continue going now. I would have obviously taken the trade. That gave me 10 points up to that point. That would have been nice. A lot of my strategy I still don't employ because, like, I want to eventually run multiple contracts in a trade where I take profit early on one, let the other one or two kind of, run with a wider trailing stop. But right now I'm mainly only trade one contract if it's a full size contract, just because, in the gauntlet you don't want to, if you take a big, you don't want to take a big loss. So here is the reversal in the NASDAQ. It consolidated first. Let's see if it bounces off the SMA or if it breaks through. We'll take a short if it breaks through and try and see if it's going to continue down. Let's get my MNQ chart ready. Magic of the internet. There's the chart. Oh, gold's up in its band. Okay, so there's a possible bounce. Maybe not. Nope. There's breaking. Actually getting a short signal there as well. So if this signal closes, we're going to take and we're going to try looking for 10 points on 3 micros. I should honestly just do a regular NQ on this. Look for 5 points, but eh. Getting ready to mark it in here. 15 seconds left on this candle. Okay, we're filled. Immediately reverses. Coming back down. SMA is completely, looks like it's flat now. It looks like it's got, maybe not. Oops. See what it does here. Zoom that in for you guys. There we go. I'm sitting right at break even right now. There we go. There's a move down. Got about 5 points. I should have just went for 5 points on a regular NQ. Struggling here right around 14,575. Back up to our entry point. Five seconds to go before a new candle forms. Ignoring signals on the UltraBond, not enough liquidity right now, I don't think. I should look. No, not enough. So we do have this support area right here at 14,570. Perhaps we should move our profit target back up to that area. So we are back to break even. It looks like it's wanting to come back up. Looks like it wants to kind of curl. Maybe not. Hey, come on down. High drama here will come down to my price. Or my profit, I should say. My target. That's the word I'm looking for. Target. Copper sending us a long signal. See it above here. Stick just with our NQ trade right now, or an NQ. Nice move down there. There we go. There we go. Okay, took out our trailing stop. That was a nice quick trade. A nice quick move down. Now it's continuing to go down. And I've really considered to stop using trailing stops. But let's see what we got out of that. Let me find that. Wait, I'm still in a trade? Oh crap. I didn't realize this one didn't trail. Well, I guess now I can say why isn't it? Wait. Why does it say I still have open P&L? Oh, this one up here never moved. So that works. We're still in the trade. Believe it, folks, I do know what I'm doing. May not seem like it, but I do. So we're going to trail it about here and about there. Trying to give it room to move without taking out too early, but we'll see. Could have moved the break even. Let's do that. We already got some win on the trade. We'll move it to break even. See what it does. See if we can get some more out of this move. See if it continues to go down or curls up. Looks like it wants to curl up. We'll see. It's a nice looking candle down there to possibly mean it's going to head down. No. 5 seconds until this candle closes. Sellers keep trying to push it back down. A little bit sideways here. Natural gas. Ignore that for now. Three green candles in a row. Now it's showing a red candle on the actual NQ chart, but it was green here on the MNQ chart. Looking like it's going to curl up and take us out at our price. Copper. Real quick, let's check that copper chart. Copper's broken above. This is going to reverse on this next 5-minute candle. If it doesn't reverse on this candle. Meanwhile, we're still in the same NNQ trade. If this stays green and upright on this copper, we're probably going to try a reversal trade. We'll see what it does. Still got 4 minutes on that candle. NQ, giving us continuing with this red candle. Let's see if it comes back down. There we go. I like the looks of that. Still these small candles. Can get back below 564. We'll be in business. Is at 570 right now. Just hanging here for the last 5 minutes. Three minutes away from the top of the hour. Usually the 9 o'clock hour on the East Coast also gives a little bit more liquidity. Some things, another market or two comes online, I think. I haven't checked out Linux's link yet to like actually verify that. This is just like torturing us. See, I just gotta, in my opinion, I just need to start trading regular in Q because right now it'd be $140 in profit on this one, and I could just cash out instead of trying to milk this for a couple extra bucks. But I don't want to take the big loss if NQ goes against me. Hold on a minute. And back. See, gold's being really wishy-washy. Buy, sell, buy, sell, buy. I'm not even messing with them right now. This is a slight grind upwards, but yet the SMA is coming down. See, my entry point's almost at the SMA line. The SMA is almost ready to cross it. See what happens. It's getting close. See what happens here at the top of the hour. That's a nice red move there. This would be so much more dramatic if it was like a regular NQ contract. If this was up $100 instead of 90, I mean instead of 9. No, I don't just trade micros. I trade regular size contracts as well. Okay, it just stopped us out. There we go. So that trade's finally done. Overall, it just ended up being a very small winner. $31. But it deserves its own ching. Get buy signal popping now on NASDAQ. Gold continuing to try and convince me it wants to go up, but look how ugly this gold chart is. I mean, down, up, down, up. I mean, we would have got 1 point off of there. Not sure it wants to continue going up or not. So we'll stay away from gold for now. So then Q gonna continue. Oh yeah, we forgot about that copper. So copper. Yep, didn't really reverse. So yeah, that wasn't an A plus setup. It wasn't through the bands. It wasn't above the 80 line. That was a B minus setup. Euro selling off. Oh, I don't even have the. I was looking to see if I had the Aussie up, but I don't. Everything but. So one win on the night. Oh, two wins on the night. Two wins, one loss. First two trades though were before I came on stream. See, let's see. This is which is from this evening. Hold on. Yeah, here we go. Everything's been on MNQ so far. Need some variety in my diet. So you can see this is why I chart out trades I would have or should have taken. Basically, it's trades that fit my criteria for entry. So let's look at copper so far this evening. I don't get it. And copper's not liquid the first hour, so I ignore any signals there. So the first signal would have got me my 16 ticks. This one would have stopped me out. This one would have stopped me out. I didn't mark this one. Then this one would have got me my 16 ticks. This one would have got me my 16 ticks. So, following the 5 signals I've gotten since I would have started trading it, 3 wins, 2 losses at 2 to 1. Each win's $200, each loss is $100. So if I had traded these trades, which I didn't, and this is part of my problem and why I'm not funded, because I don't trust it, even though I constantly talk about how good it is. But anyway, 3 wins, $600, 2 losses, $200. So this is $400 in profit right here. Assuming I only traded one contract. This is why I mark off my trades. Is why I love TradingView. I don't know. You might be able to do this on NinjaTrader. I don't know. I've never really looked for it, but it's just so easy on TradingView. That's why I love TradingView. So I can rub into myself that if I had actually taken the trades, I would have won. So is everyone just watching me, or is anyone actually actively trading this evening? Looks like we're heading back down on the indices. See, they curl up here, tried to send us that buy signal, and got rejected. Back down. It's back down to that resistance point, or support area, whichever you want to call it. Honestly, you call it support and resistance, isn't it? Usually support's the lower and resistance is the higher. But if you're looking for a short and it's coming down to a line, that's technically resistance. At least in my book. 6B, British. UltraBond. Chris Moore, thank you for subscribing. Welcome. So once it's rejected here, especially since if you look here on the NASDAQ, this is a perfect reversal candle. Big wick, big topping tail doji wick, and this signaled a move down. We could have quickly went in, got 10 points even before this resistance, and now it's broken resistance or support or whatever you want to call it. And now we're actually at the low of today. Now we look for where's the next major resistance or support. And I'm going to keep screwing that up, and it's way, way back here. You're welcome, Chris. So, it disappears on me. Oops. Oh, where was it? So we're at the next major support area is 50 points away. That did bounce there. Gold. Too many charts. Gold's kind of hugging that Bollinger Band on the RSI on the 5. Slow grind up. NASDAQ back up to came down, did break that support, then came right back up above it, sitting between the support and the SMA line. Gold's continuing to try and grind up. You know, like I said, this gold chart has been ugly the last few minutes. Now, I mean, normally I'm looking for 16.8. 16 ticks with an 8 tick stop loss. And if I had just gone in there on that buy signal there, I actually would have ended up getting it. Now, it would have been kind of a whole bunch of indigestion because it would have came up, back down to my price, entry price, back down to almost, bounced off, and then would have went. So, it would have been one of those, but it would have worked. So let's mark off NQ, since not a lot going on right now. And let's see if I just traded it by signal here. Ignore that signal. Looking for 10 points, because it's a 10-point kind of night. Some nights you can get 30. Tonight, 10 points. So 10 by 7, which is 10 by 7.5, which is maybe it's not. I thought that was 1.5. Nope, 10 by 7 is a 1.5 to 1 reward risk. 1. Boop, 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 boop. 2. Would not have taken this signal. Why wouldn't they have taken this signal here? talk about this one. I need to find something that can make my cursor stand out better. Anyway, I would not have taken that one because it was uptrending SMA line, and it wasn't going to come all the way down to this Bollinger Band that was up trending. Now, I probably would have, no. See, I wouldn't have taken this buy signal either, even though it might have worked because of this. But it almost touched the third band. I don't take them when they're that deep into the bands. So those two signals would have been ignored. This would have been a great reversal signal, but we're just talking about these signals. Now I would have taken this one. And I think this would have been a stop out. It did kind of touch the band, so I should have told myself not to take it. 7, yep. So that would have been a stop out. And you can see then it would have gone again. So right here is the entry point. Once it came back down to that entry point, which was these two big red candles, yeah, I should have set an order there on that entry point. Once it came back up here, I saw it coming back down. Set an order there at like 14,608. Let it get filled, and we could have rode down for 10 points at least. But when I'm doing the spreadsheet, I just consider that a loss. This also, I probably would have taken thinking it was heading up, and that would have also been a loss. Normally I'm looking for a 2-to-1 reward to risk, but I don't want to go with a 5-point stop on NASDAQ and Q at all at any point in time. I'll be using, I'll be charting like normal on TradingView, but for actually entering trades, I'll be using NinjaTrader. Hi, Noob Trader. Sorry, I was here blabbering about the NQ chart and didn't see you. Right now, I'm just in a mini gauntlet. I will be starting the E2T career path next Monday evening, February 14th, and I'll only be trading that when I'm live on stream. Hi, Higgles. Yeah, if you mean this was kind of a weird shape. By the way, this is interesting because if I had taken this trade, I would not have taken this trade. Not the way it came down into the bands, because I would have been expecting this reversal here. But if I had, it would have worked. I think. I shouldn't say that before I actually. No, actually, I wouldn't have. Really? 5-3. Oh yeah, I wouldn't have. So okay. Awesome. Well, I'll be trading it exclusively on my live stream. So, it's like I said in my video about it. The head of the CME himself could call and tell me that Nasdaq's going to go 50 points in the next 5 minutes, and if I wasn't live on stream, I wouldn't take the trade. That said, I might start a live stream right at that moment, but this is the next one I might have taken because it did break the SMA, and this would have given me 10. And then this is the last signal we've gotten. And this would have given me 10. So far, the signals I would have taken: 1 win, 2 wins, loss, loss, so 2 and 2, 3-2, 4-2. So 40 points in wins, 28 points in losses, so 12 points in profit. Not a lot. If I was trading a regular NQ contract, though, that'd be $240. So anyway, Noob Trader, how long have you been trading? Is this the first eval you've done, or have you done other evals? No, I was talking to the guy by the name of Noob Trader, but I can talk to you as well, Chris. What's your trading experience? Evaluation trader, sim trader, or live account, or what's your experience? I don't call people noobs unless that's actually in their name. You did hear my answer though, Chris. I'm sorry about using NinjaTrader to enter orders. I apologize if you didn't. I might need to be more clear who I'm talking to. Not always used to getting a lot of talkers. This is great, but I might need to make sure my communication's a little bit better to be clear who I'm talking to. Cool. Good luck with that. Heard a lot of good things about Apex. The only thing I don't like about Apex is the constantly trailing drawdown instead of the end of day drawdown. So looking for some more signals here. Things are kind of slowed down. Excellent job. Excellent. What asset do you trade? NQ or something else? Yeah. I'm gonna have to get, I'm gonna be trading the career path, and once you get to 50K, you're on to the constantly trailing. So I'll have to get used to that. Cool. NQ is so bouncy. It's definitely you need to focus on it with that constantly trailing. YM. What's the Dow doing? Oh, nice come down there on the Dow. UProfit is a good one. It has an end of day drawdown, which I like. Seems to have end of day even when you're funded. I haven't never heard anything bad about UProfit. So gold sent us a short signal here. Big move down. Expected to bounce a little bit. We'll see. Got a buy signal here on the Nasdaq, but we have these very tight bands. High of that previous move was 14,583. We're at 74, so not a lot of room to move up. Dave, are you in an eval with UProfit, or you still trying to figure out who you want to go with? Thinking about switching from NQ over to MNQ and try to just play these quick moves up. Do you know what went wrong, Dave? I mean, besides the fact that you lost money, but I mean, do you know what you need to work on? Yeah. See, my problem's the opposite of that is I don't take enough risk. I don't. I'm way too conservative. I should have taken that long signal there, obviously. But it's now hitting that resistance. Let's see if it breaks that resistance. For those of you that become regulars, probably hear me say that a bunch. I should have taken that signal. See, I was right. Gold did kind of pull back a little bit. Not coming back down. We might try and go short, or if it gets back below the low of this candle here. Yeah, I kind of like tick charts too. Unfortunately, TradingView, which is my preferred charting platform, doesn't have tick charts. I'm hoping that's something they're working on adding. So it's really surprised that they don't have tick charts. The closer you can get, okay, why did my charts just go black? That was weird. Anyway, the closest you can get is they do have you can go down to 1 second. Unfortunately, to get 1 second, you got to pay the $50 a month. And right now, that's just not in my budget. But I do like the concept of tick charts. Just NinjaTrader doesn't have the same indicators I mean, they have these indicators, but they don't seem to line up. And I just like charting off TradingView. So for now, I use the 1 minute chart and compare it with I look at the 5 minute chart and stuff as well. But I do agree with the point that about, you know, 1 minute or 5 minutes or whatever minutes is an arbitrary amount of time versus ticks is, more in tune with the market. NASDAQ didn't move up. It only moved up 75 to 86. It only moved up about 11 points, and now it's kind of consolidating. Yeah. I mean, I can't go any lower than a minute right now. If I pay the extra $20 a month, I could get 1 second, 5 second, 15 second, 30 second if I wanted to. And eventually do want to play with that. Eventually I will upgrade. It's just not on my budget right now. Hello, Jake. C Trader. What's C Trader? I probably should know this, but it's not ringing a bell right now. Okay, good. I'm glad. Always hate it when I feel like I should know something and I can't think. I'm like, what? Yeah, maybe. So we're approaching about 9:30 on the East Coast. On evening streams, I usually streamed about 10:30, or if there's anything exciting, 11 o'clock. Not sure we're gonna see anything exciting tonight. So got about an hour left, or longer, if good stuff starts happening. And then remember, I am back tomorrow morning at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Time. And then I trade for about another 3.5 hours in the morning. Um, Chris, you can't. You would have to log out of Apex to log in to earn the trade, and vice versa, because NinjaTrader doesn't allow you to be connected with to two at once. Now, Earn the Trade does have Finamark as a web-based platform, as well as, of course, RTrader Pro. Uh, I personally don't like Finamark or RTrader Pro, but I keep hoping now that NinjaTrader bought out Tradeovate that we can get Tradeovate on Earn the Trade. Hopefully, that's coming in the future. That's what I'm hoping for. We get a bunch of people that visit the stream that do the trading path. Maybe I can do some sort of graphic where we're tracking each other's progress, see how we all do. Yeah, Jake, but you're 100% Forex, right? Well, that's a good question. That's an excellent question, actually. NinjaTrader's only free, I think. Don't quote me on this. I can ask Gabriel or Hannah tomorrow on the Discord. But I think NinjaTrader's only free until you become a funded trader on a live account. So I think once you are actually on the live account, which would be at the 50K level, you might need to pay for it. Let me check on that. Now, I'm not sure if you need to pay for it if you have like another, like right now I have the mini gauntlet going, and if I pass the one, what does that mean? I'll be able to keep it free? I don't know. Let me ask how that works tomorrow. It'll probably be tomorrow after the stream, so I'll probably have the answer Wednesday or Thursday if you tune in, and I can find out exactly how that works. I'm not gonna pay. I'm not gonna pay for NinjaTrader. So all I do is enter orders on it. You know, I don't chart on it or whatnot. I'm here sitting here looking at a signal, aren't I? Copper just came down pretty hard and then reversed a bit. But yeah, I will go with like MotoWave or not Sierra Charts. Sierra Charts has too many problems. But something else to enter orders on. I just need something that has a nice automatic trade management to it. So, you know, I'll go with something that has more of a monthly fee at first. I'm not going to throw $800 or $1,000 or whatever it is for NinjaTrader. I've heard a lot of good things about MotoWave or Quant Tower. Like I said, I really, you know, I really wish they could have Trade of 8. I would love with Trade of 8, I could trade off a trading view. So looking for the next good signal. You see, everything's kind of sideways right now. Just waiting to see if we get anything. Good conversation here, though. I'm enjoying this. Hopefully, it's entertaining to everybody out there as well. Feel free to jump in or feel free to ask any questions if you have any. What's the UltraBond up to, Mr. Higgles asks. The UltraBond is just kind of slightly downtrending, but not a lot of volume on it. Cool. The reason it might still be free, Chris, with Apex is because you never really go to a live account on Apex. Even when you're funded on Apex and Lilu and you profit, you're still on a sim account. They never actually put you live on the market. Where Earn to Trade actually puts you live on the market um, after you do the live sim part of it. Top Step and Earn to Trade are the only two of the futures funding companies that actually put you onto the live market where your your trades actually hit the exchange. That's also why Apex and Lilu don't charge you the full $105 data fees because it's still sim data. It's not regular exchange being routed to the exchange. Yep, discipline is tough. Sticking to your trading plan. You know, I take a lot of losses when I don't stick to my plan. Yo. Let's see what agriculture's doing. Agriculture's sideways too. Yeah, there are a lot of people who are like that. I think there's even a saying about how you make your money in the morning and give it back in the afternoon. Good job, Jake. And honestly, you know, my once I'm funded and bringing in the money that I can replace the lousy stuff I do to earn money now during the day, I might trade overnight because things definitely tend to trend better overnight, or at least it seems like it does. If you ever look at the NASDAQ, let's take a look. You know, NASDAQ overnight, you know, this was 2 o'clock, right after the European Open. You got this big move down yesterday. And then it kind of slowly trended all the way back up into the early morning. You know, go back the night before. Notice right here, before the Europe Open, it trended all down. Had this pullback, finished here, and just a nice trend all night. So I mean, you get your choppy nights too. You know, it's kind of choppy. But it just seems like, I mean, it's less wild than this stuff that happens at the Open. And see, I'm a night person anyway, and I don't have a life. So I could definitely trade, like, you know, overnight into the Open and then call it a day and sleep during the day. Nothing wrong with being a swinger. I mean, swing trading. In the evaluations, you can't swing trade, so. Yeah, the power hour, that last hour, yeah. No, no, you're definitely right. Um, Stocks are the same way. Once people start going to lunch, things just kind of die down. It's not every day. Some days you might get, something worth trading, but yeah. No, the one day that's different though is every every 6 weeks there's the FMOC meeting, and things go wild on that day, and that comes out at 2 o'clock Eastern time in the afternoon, and since the market's wild, as for now, this is definitely a dead time right now, but we're still looking for something. I decided to do these evening streams because I want to, there's some people that can't trade overnight and they can't trade during the day because they have a day job. So the evenings might be the only time they can stream. I mean, can stream, yeah. Can trade. And I want to show that there is a way to make money trading in the evening. And you can see as I've been charting off, there's definitely, money to be made here. I'm just not taking the trades to do it. You know, by the way, this copper trade would have been good too. But there's obviously opportunity around the clock, and I want to be able to show people that yes, money can be made even if you have a 9 to 5 that doesn't allow you to be in front of a computer and you need to sleep at night. Let's see what this crude signal is. Crude. Okay, let's look at that. Crude sent us this buy signal way, way back here. Obviously, it would have been a good signal, but it was below this downtrending SMA. Came up, pulled back, came back up, pulled down. Kind of an ABCD pattern, I believe, is what they call that. Once it got back above and it showed that it wanted to continue going up, that's why I should have got in and would have had to pull back. But we could have got something out of this. This short signal here, I think you already see it pulling back up. We'll wait to see whether or not this straightens out and then starts curling back down. Oh yeah, NQ is wild. Yes, it can be amazing, and it is hard to follow at times. So, Crude looks like it might be proving me wrong here. We'll watch it. It's only going down 3 ticks, so. Sounds good, Jake. We'll get you on earn a trade yet. No. As we approach the 10 o'clock hour, still looking for one more good trade. We are up a whole $22. Nothing to write home about, but it's green. Do you want to thank everyone for joining me? Feel free to join the conversation. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer. If I have the ability. If not, I'll find out the answer. Any comments, questions, statements? Every now and then throw an insult. Well, my name's Brian, but everyone calls me Ox. Time for longs in what, Mr. Higgles? Honestly, the time for longs was back here. It's gone up. It's still only going up 20 points. Nice meeting you too, Chris. Just so slow right now. Have a good night, Chris. I'll see you in the morning. Work on getting that money. Oh, I don't really look at pairs. I mean, I look at the NASDAQ, look at the ES, gold. Well, gold, you could look at gold on future on Forex, right? I see ghosts. I mean, I see dead people. No. Um, where do you want to go long at, Higgles? NQ, GC, HG, CL. Speaking of CL. Ah, it's okay. I was right. Kinda. Got this short signal here on Crude. It only came down 4 ticks and reversed. You can see how it kind of stayed outside of the Bollinger Band the entire way down. So it was kind of like trying to tease us. Once it came back through, we could have tried to get in there once we saw the first green candle. Not the best play in my opinion. I mean, obviously it worked. This does look like a pullback of a longer trend. We're going to jump in there and see what happens. What's the worst going to happen besides a loss? We are 2 ticks late, but hey. We're going to try and jump in on the bid. By the magic of the internet, you see we're filled there. Let's see if we can ride yeah. So I had the wrong ATM on this. I have Copper's ATM on. So we're going to move our stop loss up here to 6 ticks. And we'll manage to trade because it's going to be looking for 20 and we don't want 20. Oops. Hate it when I forget to mark them as always on top. There we go. Let's see if we can get like 5 or 6 ticks out of this. We're not going to look for a whole bunch because of everything's kind of moving slow. Hagel's CME has a free simulator you can sign up for and use. Or you can use TradingView. You can buy a cheap package on TradingView. The CME simulator is 15 minutes delayed data, but you can get the data on TradingView for like $4 a month. Yeah, I like natural gas. Does look interesting. The only problem is you know it can quickly pull back, and each tick's $10, and I don't like to lose more than $100 in a trade. And a 10 tick stop loss just doesn't seem like it's enough. So we got it. We went up like 4 ticks here and then pulled back all the way. You can see that there. Let's go back to this. See it. Hopefully it's going to bounce off that SMA. Looking like it wants to come back down. I should. No, maybe not. Oh, maybe. It can't decide right now. It's an interesting pullback there. So we're down 2 ticks. 1 tick now. There we go. Now we're heading back up, hopefully. Let's shoot for... How high do we get before? 35, which is only 3 ticks. See if we can get 40 bucks out of it. We'll shoot for 4. Maybe we'll wait. Ah, right back down. Right back down to our entry point. I agree. Hopefully it holds here above the SMA. I put it a profit target 4 ticks above our starting point. If it comes back up and hits it, I'll take it. It's looking kind of wobbly. SMA is pointing downward. I think we're going to get stopped out on this. Or 1 tick from being stopped. Okay, stopped out on that. So, now we're 1 for 1. I mean 1 for 2 on the stream. And we're back in the red. Down 38 bucks for the night. No biggie. So let's look. Did I screw anything up on that trade? I mean, in the long run, this looked like this was a pullback, and then this was the continuation. Uh, Looks like now it might want to break down and head back down. The only thing, you know, the only thing that should have bothered me of this, now we are getting a short signal. And we'll maybe look at that if it gets back below this previous low of 91.21. But the only thing that maybe should have bothered me here was that we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 green candles in a row, and that's unusual. So it's the only red flag really with that trade. Yeah, it's probably not much different, Jake. I mean, I can't say for sure because I've never traded Forex. So we have a short signal here on ES and NQ, but down through the bands. So this did reverse by 3 points. I think it wants to continue down though. Agriculture still heading down. Big move there up on gold. 7 ticks up. Blast up all of a sudden. What woke up gold? Are you trying to convince me or are you trying to convince yourself, Jake? I don't know. It seems like you're trying to convince yourself whether to get into futures or not get into futures or stay with Forex. Seems like you're just having a conversation with yourself there. You can see here, Nasdaq came down sharply, immediately reversed up. Now it's trying to come back down again. See if it gets back below. It's like 14,850, 75. No, I reversed that somehow. 14,580, 75. Jake, you know better than to listen to people on the internet. Trade what you like. Don't. I mean, there's no. If you like trading forex and you're good at it or whatever, there's no reason to switch. I've had like 3 people tell me that I'm never going to ever successfully get funded as long as I'm live streaming because it's too distracting. If I listen to everybody, what everyone says, heck, I probably would have never even got into trading in the first place. NASDAQ pushing down here, below that, now below that level. Let's see if it stays below there. Let's grab a chart. How much time do we got? 20 seconds on this candle. Okay, we're in on this trade. Let's see how we do. We're at 14,579. Looking for 14,570. Yep, ignore everybody. Hanging right around my entry point here. Gold sitting as a short signal. Had that big candle up and then kind of stair step back down. It's kind of hanging here. It's going sideways on us again. SMA line is trending downward. My stop is actually at the SMA line. But very, very slow. Candles are 1 point, 2 points. I like to have one nice big down move. Sideways torture right now. That was nice. Ninja Trader froze up there for a minute. Didn't show me one of the bars, but we're okay. Absolutely agree. Right, absolutely. I agree, Jake. Staying right around this 15, well, I'm sorry, 14,580 level. Moving my stop down with the SMA line. It's trying to come up to the SMA line. Price action is. One of the weird things about Ninja Trader, it considers a countdown clock or a countdown timer for the bars to be an indicator. Had to keep remembering to add it to the charts. It's kind of stair stepped up to the SMA line. SMA line's continuing to downtrend. Be nice if we can get a bounce off the SMA here. It's not a good night for. Has not been a good night, but hey, we're not down by a lot. This stops us out. We'll be down a little over $100, I believe. We'll get that back in the morning. Ooh, it's just right under my stop. If it comes down. Hey, we got stopped out. So we're down. Oh, not even down that much. Down $73.50. So not a horrible. It's that came. Well, came up, stopped me at about there. Looks like I might want to head back down now. Of course. Absolutely, Jake. Agree. So not much really showing any momentum here now. Look here. I mean, this NQ signal 83 up to 87 down to 78. So this is a 5-pointer. Now reverse. Looks like maybe it's gonna come back down after stopping me. That's okay. This one, obviously this one would have worked. Again, I wasn't sure. Looked like we were consolidating. Obviously, it would have worked if I started there, but you know what? I could have waited. Once I saw that confirmation candle, I could have got in there, and we could have got 10 points either way. And actually, this is the best. This is probably the best NQ of the night. Because you see, if we would have held on through the consolidation, could have got 25 points, 26 points off of it. So that was the best one of the night. But again, this signal would have worked. This signal didn't. Again, though. So, the last three signals would have worked if I had gotten in on them. Two before that didn't. And then the original two did. So what are we at now? 2-2, 2-4. I mean 4-2. So four wins, three losses. Or 5 wins, 3 losses, yeah. So again, still looking for one more good trade. Don't know if we'll get it. Hang around for another 15 minutes or so. Once we find something good, then we'll extend it. Remember, the next stream is tomorrow morning, 7:30 a.m. Eastern. Then the next one after that's Wednesday evening, the same time, 7:45 Eastern. And Thursday and Friday. Remember, Thursday is inflation report day, so that should be fun. And of course, a week from today, I start trading the trader career path. Linux. No, I didn't take those trades. I'm saying if I'd taken those NQ, if I'd taken the NQ signals, one win, one loss. I'm sorry, sorry. I didn't mark this one off. Loss, win. So it's 1-1. Win here 2-1. Win here 3-1. Loss here 3-2. Loss here 3-3. Win and win. So I've been so far 5 wins, 3 losses. If I had taken all those signals for 10 points, 10 points on win, 7 points on a stop. So approximately 15 minus 21, 29. I'll be up 29 points if I had taken all those trades. Linux, are you trading overnight or? Good luck on your feeling, Higgles. Do you see a potential for a curl up there? Got resistance at 14,588. Oh, M2K. How's the spreads on them 2K, Linux? I know sometimes the Russell can have quite a spread at this time of night. Oh, I did just see a pop up there of a couple points. Oh, excellent. Right. Oh, yeah. All my risk to reward that I shoot for is 1.5 to 1 or better. So yeah, all looking at these Nasdaqs, I'm shooting for 10 points with a 7-point stop. That's 1.5 to 1. But normally I'm shooting for when there's more volatility. I'm shooting for 20 to 10 or 30 to 15. Yeah, I very rarely, every now and then I'll do a 1 to 1, but very, very rarely. Sometimes if I switch over to regular NQ instead of MNQ, I'll run a 5x5, looking for 5 points with a 5-point stop. Speaking of NQ, and this is kind of weird, Higgles getting a long signal here. Yeah, I trail my stops too, Jake, but oftentimes I think I'm trailing them maybe too tight because I get taken out quickly and then it continues to go. I'm waiting for it to get past resistance. Yeah, like when you're in those like hour-long trends or hours-long trends. Yeah, that's my eventual goal is to like trade more than one contract where I take profit on one at a certain level and then move the other two to break even with a long trailing and just kind of see what I can get out of them. Gold, ES, wow. Okay, Higgles, I got to give you this one. That was a good call. I should have taken that long. That said, get ready for a reversal in the next candle. And by next, yep, there we go. Just not sure it's going to pull back enough to be worth it. Still going. Good job, Higgles. Though still not near the 10 points that I've been looking for. Big yawn. Well, Higgles, in my defense, your track record hasn't been great. So I wasn't necessarily going to jump in there because you said you saw longs everywhere. That said, like I said, you did very well here. Pulling back now in the NASDAQ. Also, do not, no one should take any trades based on what they're seeing on your screen from me because YouTube puts about a 5 to 10 second delay on everything. No one should be following my trades or anything because obviously I'm not even that good of a trader yet. Corn. What's corn doing? Everything's sideways. See if this NASDAQ gets us our 10 points that we would have, looking for here. We'll probably call it for the night. Remember, 1 week from tonight, I start the trader career path, or the trade's newest product. Keep scaling up. Gonna only be trading it on live stream. Love to have you join me. Whether you just want to follow along with my progress, or you decide to trade a career path as well, we can kind of compare notes and see how we do and see who moves up first and all that fun stuff. So that's starting next week. And that would have hit our profit target. So now that we've been 6 wins tonight with 3 losses on NQ at a 1.5 to 1 risk reward. Actually, I think we could have done 2 to 1, but anyway. So I just need to start taking more signals. You'll hear, for those of you that are new, you'll hear me say that a lot. Up until the time I finally start taking more signals. So that was a good call, Higgles. Got 10 points off of that. Actually, I think you would have got more because you were actually in before that long signal fire. Oh, that's it. I don't think we're going to get anything else decent this evening. So I think we're going to wrap up here for the night. I do thank everyone for joining me. Remember, back here tomorrow morning, bright and early. Bring coffee, bring bacon. I'm keto, so no donuts. And start trading 7:30 Eastern, 6:30 my time. And make back. We're ending the evening down $73. But we'll get that back tomorrow morning. Again, thank everyone for joining me. Have yourself a great night. And we'll talk to you tomorrow morning. Join me then. Bye.